what it do, and what it does, my Glow Getter family. Thank you for tuning in to Unique BioGlow Global Network. Here, where we do self-improvement, we inspire, we uplift, and we grow our glowing community. Okay, and we're gonna grow together, and we're gonna learn together, and guess what, we're gonna shine and glow together. So please like, subscribe, share, and comment to Unique BioGlow Global Network. Okay, right here on YouTube. And make sure that you hit the notification bell, select all, so that way you will be notified when I update and I post new videos. I am your glow coach, Ravel Johnson, and I'm hitting you with another one back with this updated video that I said we was gonna come and bring tonight. So we're doing it, we're putting it in the face, we're just gonna get it done. I am rather tired this evening, but I said, you know what, because I'm tired, I'm gonna get my butt up and I'm gonna do it, okay? Because this is part of the self-sabotaging behaviors. Now, the topic for tonight is self-sabotaging behaviors. Where do they come from? What's the root of it? Where does it start? Is it programmed into us? Have we took on self-sabotagery, or did it choose us? So let's dive in and let's go deep, family, shall we? Okay, so what I have for you, when I was doing some research, I was looking into this because I found myself, I don't know about you, Glow family, but at times, I have found myself doing some self-sabotaging, okay? And I'm just like sick of it. And I'm like, okay, this is what happened when you self-sabotage. Now, let me give you a list of characteristics or many factors that includes into self-sabotaging behavior. Okay, and let me tell you, it can be caused by these factors or this list that I'm about to bring to you. Yes, you family, you. I don't know who this may be to. It may be to myself as well. We all in this together. But let's go over this. Let's do a refresher and let's do a quickening so we can invigorate our glow. Okay, let's invigorate our glow genuinely. Okay, so many of the factors is including low self-esteem. That makes sense. Negative emotions. To my empaths, be careful of them negative emotions. Just people, period, that you pick up and you receive, okay? Fear of success, okay? Avoiding, I'm about to say this, family. Let's get a little closer and listen to this, okay? Get this one. Avoiding failure. Oh, my goodness. Avoiding failure, okay? Past traumas, of course, we knew that was going to be one. Seeking comfort in what's familiar. That one hits hard for me. That one hits hard for me. It kind of brings me to that song, and I just hear it in my mind. No new friends. Well, that you know what I mean. If you don't have nothing new or new friends, how can you grow? Really? You understand what I'm saying? So that's kind of like being comfortable in what's familiar, or always doing what you know. As my favorite saying on the Glow channel here at the Unique BioGlow Global Network, what do I always say? If you always did what you always do, you always get what you always got. That's seeking comfort in what's familiar. Bad habits, of course, that would be on there. Okay, we know that much, right? Okay, cognitive dissonance. I put a T in it, but dissonance. I can't even say it. Dissonance. I can't say it. Forgive me, family. Okay, cognitive dissonance. Okay, fear of discomfort, of change. Ooh. Now, I have been in that zone so many times, family. Let me tell you, I have had a fear of change. Like when I moved to New Mexico, okay, I hurry up. I was ready to go. I just did a knee-jerk reaction, and I was just like, boom, let's go. And then the fear of that change hit me, where it made me go back home. And then I was like, what am I fearing? What am I holding myself back for? Why am I staying stuck to a region or an area when God has given us the vastness of this beautiful earth that is our mother to explore and to have experiences? So I left and came back. Okay, now the next one characteristic on the list, okay, or a factor, is a need to be in control. Oh my goodness. Okay. How many of us, I know I'm one, okay, has a need to be in control? Like, okay, you know the old cliche saying, if you want something done right, do it yourself, right? There we go. There it goes. There it goes. The need to be in control. Because you feel like you're the only one who can do it right. But is that true? We'll go back to that. Okay, now contentment with where you are in life. Now, self-sabotaging behaviors can be intentional. I want you to understand this, family. Okay, hear me out. Hear me out. Stay with me. Let's move forward together on this. Okay, it can be intentional, which I'm not saying many of us where it is intentional. I think in some areas, yeah, it is intentional. Okay, in other areas, I think it's mostly unconscious. Now, for me personally, there's times I do it intentionally and there's times it's unconscious that I'm not even aware that I'm doing it. But let's bring this to awareness so that way we can start noticing all of these factors and when we're exhibiting these behaviors so we can stop self-sabotaging and get to this root of self-sabotaging and uproot it. Okay? Now it can, let me put some emphasis, it can include procrastination, perfectionism, and self-meditation. My word. Okay. Oh my goodness gracious. How many times have I procrastinated? How many times have I sat here and be like, it's not right, I got to do it again? Perfectionism sets in, which that's fine in some places and some things. But is it healthy? That's the question. And then medication or self-medicating. Okay, bad habits. Now, remember I was telling you, self-sabotaging is a behavior that can negatively affect or impact many parts of your life. I have seen it done in my life several times. I have lost so many opportunities because I self-sabotage, not believing that I'm enough, not believing that truly, deeply within me, I have what it takes to do what I set forth to do in the goals and the productivity and the growth in my life. Okay? And just even with life coaching, there's sometimes I'm like, you know what? I don't know if I can build this. I don't know if this is me. But really, that is the factors set in that sabotage. Now, remember, we talked about sabotage. That's parts of the ego. Okay? And parts of the ego is supposed to protect us. But does it really protect us or does it hinder us from moving forward? That becomes self-sabotage or self-sabotaging behaviors. Notice I said the behaviors because it is characteristics of the ego as well. Okay? We're going to tap into it. Okay? We're going to tap into it because we're going to do some emotional intelligence. Okay? Now let's go and let's go. We're moving forward, family. Now stay with me. Stay with me. Okay? Now if this is hitting for you, and I know we already know about it, but sometimes we need a refresher to kind of be like, okay, let me get my reins back in. Let me get my gumption up. Let me get my gravitas, which I learned that word from a very brilliant reader. Okay, thank you, Miss Brittany. And to keep not only moving forward, but moving forward healthy, in a healthy way, in a healthy mindset for our generations, our wealth, ourselves, most importantly, okay, that will allow us to show up and glow up for ourselves and to show up and glow up for those who we are working with, okay? Because we all are interwoven in this tapestry and we work together in this, baby, okay? So let's glow and let's go. We're moving forward. Now, self-sabotaging behaviors, now, like I said, it can negatively impact many parts of your life, my life. Okay, now get this. This is including, guess what? Relationships and our careers. It's including our relationships and our careers. Okay, Now, I know you like, am I self-sabotaging a relationship? Well, anyone that we work with within a career, a job, a setting, a business, entrepreneurship, it's about building relationships. And sometimes we may self-sabotage ourselves and hold ourselves back from the fear of it failing, from us wanting to avoid failure, or those negative emotions from them past traumas that comes on. Okay, that puts us back onto that mental loop that we are previously and still currently every day proactively healing from. Okay, it causes us to be like, oh, I don't know, that's some change, I don't know if I feel good about that, I don't know, I don't like it, nope, I don't like it. But guess what? That's seeking comfort in what's familiar. Okay, and what do we always say? We got to stretch beyond our comfort zone. We got to stretch beyond and get uncomfortable. We have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Okay, or the need to be in control of the relationship or our careers, because we feel a lack of control in our lives in some area. But maybe we just need to control these characteristics and these behaviors in such a way and go with the flow, but learn about them. But that way we can say, okay, if I have an aha moment, I'm gonna have an aha moment on myself. Okay, and I realize I'm exhibiting behaviors that's not healthy and that's not good for me. I'm gonna go ahead and let that go. I acknowledge it. I see that it's there. Let's reshift. Okay, let's switch it up. Let's shake that off, because that is not who you are. Okay, remember that it is not who you are. I don't care how people project it onto you. I don't care how they may see it. It is not who you are. So with this self-improvement, we're going to not only define, but really redesign who we are in our narratives, in our stories, and who we want to be, right? And who we long to be, who we've dreamt to be, who we've seen many times that we had dreams and visions about, that we know that we are, that we know we can get to, okay, that we know that we can be, that we know that we are. Or in other words, I'm saying that I am. Okay, so moving forward. Now, let me tell you this. This can also lead to the further feelings of guilt and frustration. Now this one hits hard for me. Okay, this one hits hard for me, because then I get on to myself that I'm self-sabotaging, and I know I'm seeing these negative behaviors. I know that I'm experiencing this perfectionist trait, okay, or these factors, and that I'm avoiding failure, and that I have fear of success at times, and that these negative emotions come on to me. And when they do, it leads me into further feeling a guilt and a frustration. Because then I feel guilty, because I recognize somewhere I'm putting myself through something. I'm going through behaviors that I should not be exhibiting, because guess what? I'm working on myself to grow through that, to move through that. And God is with me. So why am I exhibiting these behaviors? Which brings on the said frustration, right? Family. Now, come on. Now, you feel me on this. That brings on that frustration, that we become hard on ourselves, which further pulls us into the self-sabotaging behaviors, which can build us up into shame. Now, wow, all these self-sabotaging behaviors can build into shame. There's so many different characteristics that can build into the ego, that can build into shame, that can build into feelings of guilt, that can build into frustration, all those negative impacts, okay, and many different parts of our lives, okay? So that's why we're here, researching more, talking more about this, going more in depth into this, so that way we can uproot this as I do it myself, okay? Let's go, Flammy. Let's go, okay? Now, some would say that self-sabotaging is designed, listen to what I'm saying, designed to protect us from some imagined worse outcome. That's where all them traumas come in, the frustrations, the guilt, the self-condemnation, the negative emotions, the fear of success, the avoiding failure, seeking comfort with what's familiar, the bad habits, okay, or self-medications, okay, cognitive dissonance, okay, fear of discomfort of change starts to creep in and take its place and take root. Okay, that's what we're gonna do today. We uprooting this because if we learn about it, we're facing it head on. And guess what? We're getting through this. Okay, so as we're working together today with your life coach, me, Ravel. Okay, we're going to help you through this problem and solve it. So that way we can be more self-aware of some of these habits, okay? Now, in many cases, from what I've researched, self-destructive. Now, did you hear what I said? Okay, it's not just sabotaging. It's not only just sabotaging. It is a self-destructive behavior. What you remember back in the day when it was that TV show, the cartoon Inspector Gadget, and he would always get the little messages, and when he get the messages, it would say this is about to self-destruct, and you got so much time before it implodes on itself. Okay, that's what we're working on right here today, right now, to not self-destruct with our behaviors. Now get this. In many cases, from what I researched, self-destructive behaviors is rooted in anxiety. Ooh, now if you go back a few videos, if you go on through the list, we talked about anxiety. Okay, and having confidence, and how do we rid ourselves of that anxiety? Okay. Now, self-destructive behaviors is rooted in anxiety. Our anxious behaviors can cause us to avoid doing, listen to me now, doing what we need to do to reach our goals. Now, people with low self-esteem often use self-sabotage as a means to make their reality align with their inner beliefs. Now, I've been hearing everywhere, you need to let go of your limiting beliefs. But what if those limiting beliefs is not religion? Okay, I'm not going there with it. Not today. Not going there with it. But what if that limiting belief is low self-esteem, undetected? That's under the radar or the frequency, okay, of you and your awareness. Well. Maybe that's an inner belief that was programmed into us. And that's why I asked the question, is self-sabotaging programmed? Where does low self-esteem come from? Not only from ourselves, but also believing what we are told about us, or that projection, right? Ponder on that, will you? Ponder on that, family. We got some glow getting to do, okay? We're moving forward. So what is the psychology, I asked? What is the psychology of self-sabotage? Great question, right? Okay, now the psychology of this, what I researched, it says when people self-sabotage, they regularly engage in self-defeating behaviors like procrastination, ding, perfectionism, ching, 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 okay, and negative self-talk, avoidance, or conflict. Now that we know this, what narcissistic tendencies, narcissistic behaviors, all the energy suckers, all the things that's out there that we combat against every day, which I want to say, I am proud of you, Glow family. I am so proud of you that you woke up, you fought another day, you showed up and glowed up for yourself. You pushed through the adversity, you pushed through the projections, you pushed through what they don't want you to have, what they don't want you to see, and what they don't want you to know, and you went out there and seen it, learned it, knocked for it, asked for it, looked for it, searched for it, researched it, whatever you did today to push yourself forward. Okay, whether if it's a baby teeny tiny step, I'm so proud of you, family. You did that. Keep glowing, keep showing up. That's what we like to see, and I'm going to encourage you and empower you every step of the way. Because you know what, baby? We all need that. We all need that. That's love. That's love to show someone. Guess what? And I'm going to tell you too. You worthy. You worthy of it, and you did it. You fought and defeated another day of all the things that we can have go wrong, all the things that goes against us. Okay? All the weapons that was formed against us but did not prosper. My God, I commend you. You have done so well. Look at the God in you. Go ahead, family. Go ahead. Let's glow and let's go. Moving forward. Okay. Back to where I was saying. Okay, now self-defeating behaviors like procrastination, perfectionism, negative self-talk, avoidance, or conflict, often driven by anxiety, fear, and self-doubt. Now, wow, we're talking a lot about self, aren't we? Ooh, we got a lot of things to fix with self. But guess what? We right here and we working on it and we facing it today, right now, right? Okay, now what happens when your self-doubt, your fear, and your anxiety that drives that avoidance, that drives that negative self-talk, that drives that procrastination, that drives that perfectionism, or drives you to be in conflict? What if all of that undermines your efforts to build the life you want? And what I'm saying is, family, what if we're undermining our own self? Because that's what self-sabotage behaviors is. Okay? It's undermining our own self. Whoa, 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 whoa. The mind is powerful, isn't it? Oh, it's undermining its own self. How does it do that? To be continued on that, right? But that is just something I wanted to express. It's something I wanted to bring to us, family, because I wonder if it's self-punishment. I wonder if it's the psychology of self-abuse, where it's kind of like you can't beat them, join them type feel. So if everyone else is outside is forming weapons against you to abuse you, to self-sabotage you, to hurt you, what if we bring that all into our beliefs and we believe it? And then we do it to ourselves. That is the enemy doing his job and working it and putting you on that wheel, that mental loop, right? Right? And don't have to do anything but sit back and watch the show. Not, I said not today. Not no more. We're not going to do this. We are not, my Glow Getter family's not going to do this. Because you know why? We glowing. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. Not with the God in us. That's not going to happen. Okay? So, moving forward. Now, self-sabotaging behavior often stems from feelings of anxiety. Anxiety keeps popping up, right? Anger and worthlessness. For example, if you have deliberately left a report unfinished because your boss blanked you in the corridors. Okay, because the boss blanketed you or mugged you or pushed you off, just disregarded you in the corridor. And this made you angry and upset. Self-sabotaging behaviors can be triggered by this. So what we're going to do is we're going to think about overcoming self-defeating behaviors with mind tools, okay? And we're going to leave that for part 2. Okay, we're going to leave that for part 2. Now, I know some may question. I've had a question before I recorded this video. Is self-sabotaging a mental health issue? And I was like, you know what? That's a great question. Let's dive into that and ask that. Now, sometimes self-sabotaging can be a sign of an underlying mental health condition. Sometimes. I'm not saying it is. I'm not a professional. I'm not a physician. I'm not someone who can objectively diagnose you. Okay, but what I have found is sometimes it can be a sign of an underlying mental health condition. Working with mental health and professionals in therapy can help you understand the underlying causes there. Okay, and also with life coaches. Okay, we can give you the tools to support more positive thinking and behavior. And guess what? That is self improvement. Okay, self development. And we are doing that here at the Unique BioGlow Global Network. And I want to stop here at this time and say, if you are new to the Unique BioGlow Global Network, I love you so much and thank you. Thank you for tuning in to us. Thank you for joining our community. Thank you for being one that is helping us grow and glow together. We open our arms with love, unconditional love, okay? And healing, grace, and mercy. And we just said, come on in, family, come on in. We are glad that you are here. We are glad and appreciate that you are here with us. And to all of my OG, okay, my OG glow getters, you know I love y'all. You know where it's at, family. Okay, I'm so glad y'all here. I'm so appreciative of every day that you keep watching, you keep staying with me, you keep growing this with me. Okay, that you spreading the word, because I be seeing y'all sharing. And I'm so grateful, family. I'm so grateful and I love y'all, okay? Now, I just had to get that out because I want to shower up my Glow family with some love, okay? I want to make sure that y'all know that y'all are supposed to be here, okay? You are where you are supposed to be at this exact moment in this exact time, okay? And I'm so grateful that you could have been anywhere else in the world, but you are here with me. You are here listening, tuning in with me, okay? Thank you so much for that. Let's move forward in gratitude, okay? And within love, because that's what we do here, baby. That's how you get that glow on, all right? Okay. Now, the next question I did have that I wanted to answer was, is self-sabotaging a form of anxiety? Now, when people self-sabotage, they regularly engage in self-defeating behaviors. And we went over those, okay? We went over those behaviors. If you're just tuning in, okay, those self-defeating behaviors, let me catch you up. It's like procrastination, perfectionism, negative self-talk, avoidance of failure, or just avoidance, okay, or conflict, often driven by anxiety, fear, and self-doubt. They undermine the efforts to build the life that you want, okay? Now, if you're just catching in, this is where we at, okay? If you're coming on in, come on in, come get some healing, come get this glow on, okay? We're going to invigorate that glow, and we're going to move forward and build up. Let's go, and let's glow. Okay. And the last question I got, and I'll be wrapping it up here, okay? What are, let me see, what did she say? Okay. What are self-sabotage core beliefs? I wanted to make sure I had that question correctly. Okay. And you have to let me know if you're putting comments down, if you're asking questions, if you're emailing me, if you're sending questions to me. Okay. I love all of that, which you can email me at the uniquelyglows@gmail.com. Okay, and that's to ask about coaching sessions, if you just have questions, if you want to learn more about the community, what we're building, if you want to be able to be a contributor, an ambassador of the community and the network that I am currently building, please, by all means, email me, honey. Okay, I will make sure I will post that in the description below. I usually put all of my links, not all the time, but most of the time I'm on it. I'm getting better. I'm working on it. Okay. And as we're shifting a little bit more, it's kind of hard for me to shift my channel because I'm like, okay, I kind of got used to just how, the familiar of what it is. But now we need to shake things up. We need a new change. So that way we can invigorate and inspire and spark growth. Okay, mega growth, because we're trying to get to that 1K subscribers. So I'm asking all my glow getters, Please help us get to that 1K subscribers. Let's build this community up, okay? This is for us. Let's glow. Okay, so with the questions, you'll have to let me know if you're sending me questions through my emails or text messages, or through my website, through the network, or here on YouTube or on TikTok, or if you DM me. Okay, please make sure you let me know if you would like for me to go ahead and state your name with those questions, okay? Because I would sure like to bring it out, okay? I just don't know if you're comfortable with it. I don't know if that's, if it's the real thing, if it's just someone testing, whether it be that as it may. Let me know and I'll shout you out, okay? But until then, I do like to keep all confidentiality of those who are asking questions, because it may be personal. Maybe someone famous that's watching. It may be someone that we all might think has it all together, and really they may need some help. So I would like to keep those things confidential for those who may be asking. And if you would like for me to go ahead and shout out your name, let me know, honey. Please drop a comment. Let me know. And I got you, because guess why? We're glow getters. We need to glow together and lift each other up, right? Let's go. Okay, moving forward. Now, the question that she asked me was, what are self-sabotage core beliefs? Okay. Self-sabotage core beliefs in a nutshell is when you get in your own way, when you block your own shine, when you block your own glow. Okay. And it may not be necessarily blocks from outside of yourself. Okay. It just blocks that you are putting your own self in, that interferes with achieving your own success or your desires. Now, how many times have we may have sat back and got on to ourselves like, dang, why did I mess that up? I feel like I missed the opportunity, like, oh. And then you see someone else out and you be like, man, that could have been me right there. And we go into those stories like, you know what? One time they was going to pick me to do this, I mean, I see they glowing, but one time, I was talking to him, we was going to be in a partnership together, what I mean? But then you turn around and have those negative thoughts like, how did I let that go, man? I'm stupid, man. I don't know what I was doing. Like, I can't do this. Like, maybe it's not for me. Maybe they messing with someone else. Maybe, it's just all these thoughts start flooding our minds, okay? Now, I know I'm not the only one that has done it, okay? But do you feel me, family? I'm just like, family, why do we do that? Who told us that we are not worthy to have this? Who told us that? Okay, where do we get this from? What trauma has set so deep in us that we interfere achieving the dreams and the vision that God has given us? I ask myself this every day. Every day. This is what pushes me. This is what drives me to be like, you know what? I'm tired. I don't feel like doing this video, but you guess what? I'm going to get up here and do it anyways. I'm going to keep pushing because you know what? All it takes is one yes. And that yes is going to be me giving a yes to myself. Yes, I will achieve it. Yes, I will get up and get my goals done. Yes, I will build those relationships. Yes, I will have those deeper relationships from others. Yes, I will allow myself to allow others to have a deep relationship with me and see the whole beauty and grace and mercy and love that I have to give. Just like you, Go family. Yes, honey, you. Girl, you that's like, okay, I don't know what she talking about. Like, she sound like she over here fag. You. Yes, you. I'm talking to you, sweetheart. Okay, let's glow. Now, what are exactly self-sabotage core beliefs? A core belief is a person's most fundamental idea about themselves, others, and the world, which as a whole perspective. That hits. Woo, that hits perspective. That's what it is. A person's fundamental idea about themselves, others, and this world. Woo, wow. Wow. For example, Okay, like I was saying before, wishing for a deeper relationship with others while not allowing yourself to build those relationships, that's part of your fundamental ideas about yourself, others, and this world. Okay, so we need to let go of that. How do you let go of that? That's what we're going to go into with part 2. Okay. Now, the last question I got, I really don't know who this is from because the name wasn't clear. It was just, you know how you have some profiles that just have the numbers and not really a name. So I don't know who this may be coming from, but I decided to go ahead and take up the question anyway. The question was, does overthinking lead to self-sabotage? Now that's a good question, but I'm just saying, if it's limiting thoughts and beliefs, if we got to think it for it to drop to our heart to speak the fullness thereof, that brings out that negative energy, that brings out them cycles, that brings out that fundamental idea of about ourselves, others, and the world. Well, overthinking can lead to self-sabotaging. Yes, it can. It can lead to self-sabotaging by driving a wedge and creating barriers to engaging into productive behaviors that is increasing our connections and intimacy. Now I know y'all like, whoa, Ravel, wait a minute. Now we're going to another section. Now we're going to another place, honey. You said intimacy. Yes, but it's more intimacy for me. I see it as it's more a deeper soul communication, a mind and soul and heart communication and exchange with one another. Okay, with reciprocal energy. Okay, that may lead into passionate dealings or sexual intimacy with others, but intimacy is more the heart, mind, and soul connection. Okay, before you get to that wham bam, oh right ma'am. Okay, now I will have to say that because some people think intimacy is sex, and no, intimacy comes, you know, when you're in that mode, when you're talking to each other, or pillow talk, you know, the euphoric state too. That, you know, that's part of intimacy, when you can really connect with someone's mind, heart, and soul. That's how I see intimacy. Now there may be many different versions of intimacy in this world and different perspectives, and that's okay. But productive behaviors, as I was saying, that increases the connection and intimacy. Especially, don't forget, especially when these patterns of thinking can lead to unconsciously summoning problems where there are none. Ooh. Oh, that just hit so hard. Let me be quiet for a minute and let that marinate. Listen to me again now, family. It says, especially when these patterns of thinking can lead to unconsciously, now get that, hear that part. Family, you can unconsciously summons. Whoo, the mind's powerful, boy. We got to watch it. We got to be careful. We have to be mindful of ourselves. Okay, we have to be aware of ourselves, because that is so powerful. That's why I wanted to bring this question up anyways, because I was like, wow, once I researched that, I was like, you know what, I have never even thought of that, because I don't think like that. But who's to say I have not thought subconsciously, unconsciously, not even subconsciously, unconsciously. Okay. Now, family. Now that's the question I have for my family. Okay, and I'll leave you with this. And I do want you to please drop a comment. Have you ever thought, or maybe you can see, do positive past reflections, that you can unconsciously summons problems where there are none? Now, wouldn't that be a powerful form of manifestation? Right? Right? Now, wouldn't that be a powerful form of manifestation? So, our subconscious and unconsciousness is so powerful. That's what we need to tap into. How can we tap into the frequency of our unconscious mind and not summon problems, but summon solutions, summons greatness, wealth, abundance, joy, peace, all the opposite things of self-sabotaging. Oh, that's so powerful to know. Look, Jim, I'm going to drop that gem. I'm going to drop that jewel right there. If you didn't catch anything else that I said out of this, baby, hear me on this. Negative patterns of thinking or overthinking can lead to unconsciously summoning problems where there are none. So I beg to ask you, I ask you, then what is the polar opposite of that? If overthinking about negative things can unconsciously summons problems where there are none, then when or how can we overthink about the solutions, about the great things, about our goals, about the abundance, about what we want to achieve, about our success, and overly think about that? Which we all know we've been told about that in many different ways, but I'm hoping and I'm looking, and my intent is for this to hit different, for this to just click in someone's mind, for this to be like, aha, now I get how to alchemize that. Now I get how I can maneuver my mind like this, and then when I move it like this, then I can unconsciously just think about it, because that's what I'm always putting in from my consciousness to my subconscious to my unconscious. I'm always putting in good things. I'm always filtering out the bad things, the negative things that sabotages. I'm always saying, guess what, ego? Not today. We're not going with your self-sabotaging behaviors, okay? You need to calm down and sit in that back pocket right there, okay? And take control of ourselves and fully embrace the power of our minds, okay? Now, when we come back, we're going to talk about part 2, why self-sabotaging, why do we do it, and how to stop the cycle. And what can we replace in that cycle? How do we replace something positive and good unconsciously to summons? I said it. If you want to say manifestation, that's still summoning. Summons, okay, our power to summons our energy, to summons our great future before us, our success before us, our generational wealth before us, our generational curse breaking before us, okay? And we're going to go into this a little bit more deeper in part 2. I just wanted to leave it off right there. Okay, I will leave it off right there, and we'll talk a little bit about overcoming self-defeating behaviors. Because guess what? When we go into part 2, we're going to overcome it right then and there. We believe it, so be it, and it is. Okay, we're going to overcome it right then and there. Okay, family? So I'm so glad that you tuned in with me. I'm glad that we got to go a little deeper in this topic and really get some clarity on this and get to talk about it more as a family, because as I was hearing things earlier, and I don't want to, don't get it twisted. I'm talking about from the Holy Spirit. Don't be like, oh, she be hearing things. I don't know what that means. Chill out. Okay, chill out, fam. Chill out. What I heard in my spirit, let me say it like that. Let me get my mind right and correct for you and say it correctly before it's misinterpreted. Okay. We have to clean things up. As I was listening to my brother, and he was talking about getting out of these cycles. Okay, there's many different ways that he speak about it. And I was like, you know what? How can we apply this for our lives? How can we apply this if we're not on that higher level of conversation? How do we apply it in many different levels at always at the same time to break multi dimensions, but that can uplift us as well without being so feeling so distant or feeling so disconnected, you know? And I remember the saying from Tupac, where Tupac was saying in an interview, if everybody's always talking about how dirty it is out here, how grimy it is out here, then guess what? There's going to be someone to clean it up. There's got to be somebody to clean it up. Now, I'm paraphrasing. Don't quote me word for word and then get to tripping. Okay? Family, just hear me out. Okay? And as my other brother was talking about that cleaning and taking it one step at a time and doing things to productively move yourself forward and to think in a way that helps you not to overthink, that summons bad things that's not even there, okay, unconsciously, but take it each step at a time, okay, and to clean things up. That's what I heard in my spirit. It's time to clean it up. And when we talk about cleaning up house, not just your home that you're staying, not just your house, okay, because that's a house, but your home, your temple is what we need to clean up in all areas. Okay, we're not sweeping nothing into the corners. We're not sweeping it under the rugs, and we're not allowing anyone else to, because we're going to make sure that we are accountable and that we can make accountable steps and actions and goals together. And when we do, the Holy Spirit told me, guess what? The healing will naturally begin. The healing. We got to clean up this mess that we made out here. The cleaning will naturally heal. So the light workers, all those who are healers, all those who speak God's word, all those who is working in ministries, okay, it won't be so, what's the word I'm looking for? As tedious as you think. It won't be so overwhelming as we think as we do this together. Because guess what? It will allow naturally from the realms of God Almighty, the Most High, okay, to be a universal salve, if you must say, in I say solve, but salve, that heals us. All of us, even light workers, everyone else need healing too. All of us, in a way that we have not seen, in a way that we have not heard of, that will make our healers, that will make our alchemists, that will make our gifts that God has put into us amplified. Okay, now I don't know who that may be to, why this is coming the way it is, but I have to get this out. I am told in my spirit, you got to say this, girl, you got to say it, you got to get it out. My ancestors are speaking. And in such a way that not only can we heal the past traumas of our grandparents and our forefathers and our ancestors, but ourselves as well. So after all of these generational curses is broken, okay, after all of these generational curses is broken, it leaves us to rebuild. It leaves us to apply that salve that heals us and restores us to our natural state of worthiness, of abundance, of our images of God, okay? So I just wanted to put that out there. Ooh, I'm feeling it, okay? I feel the Spirit. I feel the Holy Spirit upon me when I said that, okay? Now, I'm pushing it out. I'm pushing it out. Yes, I am. Because I feel as though, as I see, this needs to be applied somewhere. So my intentions is to be that salve for someone that you just, that ointment that's placed onto your soul that brings that healing that you need, that brings that clarity and understanding. Maybe it's something I said today that might just makes it just spark and be like, you know what? I never thought about it in that way, which makes me think about this and it goes to this and it goes to that. Not to overthink, but to think in a proactive, positive manner. And that shifts things within the quickening, within a second, within the blink of an eye. Okay, so let's keep glowing, my glow getters. I love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for being a part of this network. Okay, I love you so much. Okay, and if you haven't heard it before, you're hearing it now. I love you. I hope you have a very glowing evening. And don't forget, glow up and show up not only for yourself, but for your loved ones and from whom you can give to without giving too much of yourself. And if you don't have it, just say, you know what, I ain't got it today. I ain't got it today. Today I can use a little extra pour on me. And guess what? I'll be right here to pour on you and love you. Okay? So, y'all know where to find me. You know where to hit us up. You know where we're glowing at. Here at the Unique BioGlow Global Network. We love you. We out. Peace. Stay tuned for part 2. Love you.